Hey guys, welcome back. It's Neon. I'm here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And we're going to talk about one of her favorite Star Wars characters of all time.
She's my favorite Star Wars character of all time.
And how they're probably going to completely screw her up.
Well, I'm hoping they don't. I'm just happy they're bringing her in, but they probably will screw her up.
Oh, don't get your hopes up, Geeky. They're going to ruin her. I know they will. I know they will. This is Disney Star Wars we're talking about.
I know.
Mara Jade. There's a lot of chatter that Mara Jade, one way or another, is going to come to Disney Star Wars, that she's going to be canon again. And yeah, we don't know where she's going to pop up, but we're going to talk about that in this video. Oh boy.
Yep, I'm happy. Good.
Well, just wait.
Okay. I'm happy they're remembering her. I do think they'll probably ruin her, but continue.
Okay, so before we get into the video, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. I think we're at close to 60,000 subs.
Yeah, we're very close.
Very, very close. I think within a couple of hundred, and we're hoping for 100,000 by the end of the year. If you guys could help us with that, it would be amazing. YouTube now, the way the algorithm works is you really got to have subs to be found, and make sure you hit the bell for notifications. And we really appreciate all the support you guys have given us over the last year or so. Thank you for that. So there are conflicting stories.
Okay, well, I actually heard about this yesterday, and I sent it to you because in another interesting article, the Mary Sue and I, that Rachel Leishman, I agreed again on something. She wanted Mara Jade brought in. I agree with her. I wanted Mara Jade brought in, and I sent this to Neon yesterday, and we didn't have time to cover it.
Yeah, we didn't have time to cover it, but we'll talk about this now. There are two conflicting versions or two conflicting places where Mara Jade could turn up. One is that Thrawn or Mara Jade could turn up in The Mandalorian, and Jon Favreau is sort of hinting about that. Now, they did bring Thrawn into the new canon, the Disney Star Wars canon, of course, in Rebels, and they actually did a pretty decent job with him, I think. So, you know, it's very possible they bring a live actor in. There were rumors he was going to be in The Last Jedi. That didn't happen.
Well, you know why they're doing this, right?
Yeah.
Because when they had the new movies come out, everybody was like, why didn't you just do The Heir to the Empire, Dark Force Rising, and Last Command? Because they were really, really, really good books. You could have used that, but no, we had to go down this road. You could have had Mara Jade. Mara Jade is up here where Rey is down here. Sorry, but that's just the truth.
Yeah,
So,
I think if they had just, maybe just adjusted the timeline a little bit so the characters were older, but followed those books, I think a lot of fans would have
if you
been
haven't read
happy.
those books, you need to go read those books. I think I've read those books. I don't even know how many times I've read those books. I have read them and reread them. I haven't done it recently. Now I want to. They're so good. You need to go read those books. But Mara Jade is my favorite Star Wars character that isn't in the movies because she was in the books. But overall, she's my favorite.
So, yeah, because she looks like you. You're represented. You're a ginger. Now
I know, yeah.
Well...
And she doesn't take shit, just like me.
She's a ginger who doesn't take shit, and she will kick your ass if you mouth off to her. Now, the other theory is that they could actually be doing a Mara Jade TV show for Disney Plus. Maybe have her drop a cameo in the Mandalorian.
That's
then
what I'm
spin it
thinking.
off.
They'll probably spin it off.
So this version of Mara Jade, though, will she have had any kind of relationship with Luke Skywalker?
That's just it. What are they going to do with this?
They killed off Luke.
Well, and then they didn't have him with her, so they'll probably be like, they were together, and then they got split up or something, and, they're going to find a way to ruin it. They're going to find a way to ruin it. Good.
What are they going to call it? Like, Luke Skywalker's ex-wife, Mara Jade Adventures or something?
I don't
like
know.
How they are going to screw this up.
Because, if you haven't read those books, I cannot stress enough to go read those books. They are so good. And that's why everybody kept saying. So this is like damage control, I think. They're bringing in Thrawn. People went nuts when they brought in Thrawn. Thrawn is an amazing character. He's got his own other books now and everything else. Thrawn's amazing. And Mara Jade. Everybody kept asking for Thrawn and Mara Jade. I think they're trying to win people back with Thrawn and Mara Jade.
You do realize, of course, this is Disney Star Wars we're talking about. No, I just want to point one thing out. Disney has an anti-redhead agenda.
Seems that way.
So Mara Jade will not be a redhead. You know this, right?
Oh, they make her not a redhead. People are going to really have a
I'm just going to put it out there. There has been... Gingers have been exterminated with extreme prejudice in Hollywood more than the Jedi. It's Order 69. Execute
whoa.
Order 69.
69 is where you get rid of redheads.
69 is where you get rid of redheads. 66 was Jedi.
69 is something completely different. I think you're getting confused with another order. 69's I'm not gonna explain that to you on the video. That's a different order.
That's how I would get rid of certain redheads. Wait, what are you talking about?
What are you doing with other redheads? Okay, anyway,
what are
you stop talking right now. It would be a different number. It would be like, I don't know, something else, but it wouldn't be 69. Even though there's a lot of people who would love that idea, I am sure. But anyway,
Poison Ivy. They're getting rid of Poison.
I know.
They're not getting rid of Poison Ivy.
Not with Mara Jade.
They're race swapping Poison Ivy because, again, another notable redhead character. We cannot have that. So she will not be a redhead. I will bet money.
No, you cannot make Mara Jade not a redhead. You just can't do it.
They will.
You just can't.
That's what they said about Poison Ivy. That's what they said about Ariel. That's what they.
You just can't.
She's not going to be a redhead.
She has to be. I will flip and hurt someone because, like, I mean, okay, let's tell you what a dork I am and how much I loved the character, because I read the books when they came out, because I'm old enough to have read them when they came out, and I wrote Timothy Zahn because I wrote to all the authors, and I wrote to him, and I was such a dork, and I wanted to be an actor back then, and I was like, oh my gosh, I hope this is a movie, I'd love to try for the part, and he's like, well, I don't know if they're gonna do that, which they didn't, and he's like, and I can't give you the part. Well, he was nice about it, but I was like such a dork that I was trying to get the part even before there was anything going on with the part, because like I flipping wanted the part. I was a redhead. I look like her. You
did look like her.
Well, I don't look like that, but
no, not like that. You're.
I looked more like the book version of her. Yeah. So I wanted the part so bad because I love Mara Jade so much. She's like my favorite Star Wars character. I love her. Anyway, continue.
I ran into Timothy Zahn in an elevator once. Mm-hmm. I didn't realize it was him until.
Oh, that was over. Wasn't that over at a Celebration?
That was a Celebration. I rode the elevator the whole way down with Timothy Zahn.
And that was like, what?
And I didn't realize it was Timothy Zahn because I hadn't seen a picture of him in so long, and we were talking these books were 25 years ago, and somebody. Oh my God, that guy looks somewhat familiar. And then we got off the elevator and said, somebody's like, "Hey, Mr. Zahn, how you doing?" I'm like, "Oh my God, that was Timothy Zahn."
You need to come back and tell me. And I was sick, and I was to come back and tell me, and I was like, "What?"
But then I would have been like, "Do you remember that one time my wife wrote you a letter 25 years ago?
She's a dork.
And she wanted to be Mara Jade." Yeah, that's. But it worked with Kevin Anderson.
I did, because now they need to bring Kambrea back.
Yeah, Kambrea got had a wall fall on her or something.
Yeah.
Female devil.
That's right.
Bad guy. Yes, geeky as canon. She's now
in
the EU, and now she doesn't exist anymore. So
Mara Jade's favorite character ever.
All right, so this is what's going on. We'll explain what's going on, then we'll talk about the Mary Sue, and then we'll talk opinions.
I agree with the Mary Sue on this one.
So in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Jon Favreau. Okay. No, Jon Favreau responded to a question on whether or not Mara Jade could appear in The Mandalorian by saying, "I don't want to talk about anything that might be fun for people to discover." That's a very non-answer.
Yeah, I was going to say that's an interesting way to answer it.
Okay, so this is by no means a confirmation that Mara Jade could suddenly be recanonized, but because it wasn't an outright no, it's exactly enough to get anyone excited.
Now, see, Disney, even if you're not putting her in there, look at the amount of excitement, because everybody wanted that. They wanted Mara Jade. They wanted Thrawn. Heck, I even take Talon Card back too. They want these characters. You should have done that, and don't ruin them.
Well, Thrawn, they actually did a pretty good.
Yeah, Thrawn was awesome. I love Thrawn.
And I got you the new book too that Tim.
Yeah, you did. I have to read. I had time.
The Disney canon. So previously, the creator of Mara Jade, Timothy Zahn, had suggested he didn't think there was a way for the character to return to canon, even though Grand Admiral Thrawn did. So for now, just to be clear, there's no actual news that Mara Jade is back. But if the character did appear in The Mandalorian, it would work really well with the timeline and could feasibly set up the return of Palpatine and the rise of Skywalker.
I loved her. She was like my favorite.
But again, this is another one of those things where like people wanted Luke to be with Mara Jade on screen as a couple, not let's bring her in after we've already killed Luke.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
now they're talking they might have younger Luke in some of these shows too, so I know, but that's what they're talking about.
Then they're either going to recast him or they're going to do that goofy ass de-aging thing. The Snapchat, Disney's Snapchat filter that they're way overusing, Every freaking movie. And then I found out they used it on It Chapter 2. I was surprised with the kids.
Oh, did they?
That's how they de-age it. Because I'm like, those kids, it's been like 2 years. They're probably like 15, 16 now. No, they de-aged all the kids with that too.
But see, you didn't know. So they did it in a way that wasn't that bad.
Yeah, I was like, well, did they film
so
these
maybe
scenes?
they could do it.
Yeah.
But I'm just happy that she's there. I'm just really concerned.
You should be.
You
should be.
I'm of two minds right now. One is yes, and the other is oh shit. So I don't know. Please don't ruin her, please. For the love of God, don't ruin Mara Jade.
Well, now look, Thrawn was okay, and they did the best they could do with Thrawn, and that was because Dave Filoni was in charge. I think if Jon Favreau, though, he might do okay. I don't know. I just don't have high hopes. And if she comes back, she's not going to be a ginger. I can almost guarantee.
No, she has to be.
She
you don't
will
understand.
Not be a ginger.
She has to be.
No, gingers are not allowed in Hollywood.
Required.
They're not allowed in Hollywood because they're too awesome.
No, I didn't have green eyes like her. I have blue, which but I don't care. Contacts are a thing.
Our daughter's got green eyes. She has
blue and green eyes. Her eyes are both. It's weird.
So we'll get her.
Anyway,
but so this is Rachel Leishman from the Mary Sue.
I agree with her.
She actually, this is what's weird. Like sometimes she really hits it, and then other times she's just like ranting.
I agree with her.
So this time Geeky agrees with Rachel. Okay. Give me Mara Jade in Star Wars The Mandalorian TV show. Give her to me now.
That's right.
Order 69.
It's not. Stop it.
Sorry. So, you'd think I'd fall in love with any of the brunette women. No.
Apparently she likes brunettes.
Yeah, I'm a lowly Mara Jade stan. She's going to be brunette.
She's a redhead. Yeah, she is a redhead. And there's a reason she's a redhead, because she kicks ass. Like redheads. Real redheads kick ass.
They do.
Not fake redheads. Real ones.
The strong Jedi that fell in love with Luke Skywalker in the original extended universe, Mara Jade has been one of those characters that many, including myself, have been waiting for in Disney's new Star Wars canon.
I have those books. Now I gotta go read them again.
So, with shows like The Mandalorian coming to Disney Plus and returning to a world before the new trilogy set before Return of the Jedi, why not have characters we love from the EU come into play? Because they're going to die before the new trilogy. Especially a character as strong as Mara Jade.
She's just an amazing character.
So, according to Entertainment Weekly, Jon Favreau isn't opposed to bringing EU characters into the show. They need to bring Kambrea into the show.
That's right. They do, but they probably won't. Because they probably hate me.
They'll put some horns on. Well, she didn't have horns. I guess the female Deveronians don't have horns.
That's right.
But they do have, I don't know if she had red hair or not.
I don't know, but
But she was pretty badass, and then she died. So the director of Iron Man, Happy Hogan himself, has been very open about his work on The Mandalorian, blah, 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 blah. And this is what he said. Oh, okay. I don't want to talk about anything that might be fun for people to discover. He said that, yeah. He said, the Clone Wars, what's been considered canon up to this point, and what's been considered part of Legends. I think this show offers an opportunity to bring in all those elements, so no matter what your flavor of Star Wars ice cream is like, there will be something for you to enjoy. So if you want to lick Mara...
Okay, stop!
That Mara-flavored cone. But you're asking the right questions. So
you need to stop with your you cannot go near Mara.
He was talking about ice cream.
Because I won't allow it.
Okay, so this sounds to me, this is kind of like that, throwing that spaghetti against the wall.
I think it's because everybody's pissed and they're trying to put out characters that think people will like.
We've killed off all the original trilogy characters. Nobody seems to like the new characters as much that were introduced in the sequel trilogy. What can we do? Let's go dig around the EU and find some characters that the fans like and get them back on board. That's what the whole mission is here, is get the fans back on board with Star Wars, and then here comes Rian Johnson shooting his mouth off every other day.
Yeah, that's not good. Everybody's just making people pissed.
Somebody needs to, they need to put Rian Johnson in an escape pod and jettison him out to another planet or something.
In a corner.
Just take Rian Johnson off the plane until January, February, because he's actually doing more damage, reminding people that The Last Jedi still exists.
Yeah.
They need to shut him down. So they're asking the right questions, but they'll probably just bring in rando aliens that, I don't
know. I like Talon Card too. I wouldn't mind if they brought Talon Card back into it also.
So yeah, I would kind of like to see, if they're going to do this with The Mandalorian, just my own personal, The Mandalorian might actually be okay. It might actually be okay. I don't know. I've heard that it's actually going to get
heard mixed things.
Political too. Because you're going to be like, the resistance, resist. It's like, oh, God, do we need to go there? Just kill some bad guys and be done with it. Actually, I would like to not even have that conflict. Just be like, what's it like being a bounty hunter? Mm-hmm. Like, Dog the Bounty Hunter with a Mandalorian mask. Just like, let's just go find some alien scum and bring him in. And that's, you know. But I would like to see him go back even to the prequels and have, like rusty old battle droids and stuff still around. Because, like, they don't reference that.
I'm sorry, I'm looking at the last sentence. It's like, no, I already asked. Just so you know, last couple sentences.
Oh, Rachel wants to play her.
I already asked. I've got dibs. I asked years before you.
You are gonna have to get into a knife fight, a butter knife fight with Geeky for the role of Mara Jade.
Like this?
Because you deserve it, and you could. I totally
could. I'm too. I'm. If they're doing it in that time setting, I am not of the age probably to play her now.
Yeah. Last Ginger. Well,
no, I look young. I do look way younger than
what
my
was that?
age.
What happened to you the other day?
Yeah, I was at a garage sale with my dad, Papa Sparkles.
Papa Sparkles.
And
that is my stage name.
There is
Papa Sparkles.
There was this. You're El Padre Sparkles.
El Padre.
There was this nice gentleman, and he said about. I was joking. We were going down to the basement, which sounds wrong, but
wait a minute.
Anyway,
that's more to this story than what you told me.
I told you this. The opening was like low, and I joked about if Neon had been here, because Neon's really tall, he'd hit his head, because it's a running joke in my family. No matter how long he's been married to me, he keeps hitting his head at the one place because it was not made for tall people in mind, in my parents' house. So I joked about it. I said after 18 years, he still hits his head. And the guy looks at me and he blinks and he's like, "Did you get married when you were a baby?" And I'm like, "No, but thank you." So,
you do look young. You do look
like,
young.
"Okay, thank you. I'll take it. I'll take it."
Look young. You're actually older than I am.
Yeah, I'm 11 months older.
So, but I am very tall. I am very tall. And I do hit my head often.
But I asked about Mart. Oh my gosh, like, when was that? 92, 93?
I think it was 92 or 93, because I remember, now, okay.
I have that letter somewhere too, by the way. I have it. I also have a figure. Didn't you buy me one?
I thought we had a Mara Jade
figure. I do have a Mara Jade figure. And I have the letters from that.
The green card, Power of the Force.
Yes, and I have the letters from the author too somewhere.
So, let me tell you a story, kids, for those of you who don't remember. There was a dark time when there was no Star Wars. Mm-hmm. After Return of the Jedi came out, after the god-awful Ewoks movies had come and gone, after the droids and Ewoks cartoons were off the air, there was no Star Wars for many, many years. Like, it's hard to imagine now because Star Wars has been, like, just there forever. But there was a very long period in the mid-'80s to early 90s where there was no Star Wars anything. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, these books popped up.
Yes. And I was like, what?
And, it was a trilogy, so a lot of people were like, well, and I assumed, because being a teenager, like, oh, okay. I thought that this was like, this is what 7, 8, and 9 were actually going to be, because they had those 3 movies, and they were so well written.
It's so good. Just go read the books.
And that really kicked off the EU, the expanded universe, and then they followed up with the Dark Horse comics, and it just kind of snowballed from there.
Yeah,
we had the tabletop games and West End games and all that stuff. But there was a time without Star Wars. I remember when I went to Star Tours, the Star Tours ride in Disneyland the year it opened. It was like 89 or 90, and there was hardly any Star Wars merchandise, because at that point it had all been cleared off the shelf. They had a couple of t-shirts, a couple of like model kits, and some weird like droids figurines, which I still have them somewhere. And there was like hardly any Star Wars merchandise at all. Like, it was like, I remember going there as a kid and being like, oh my god, there's Star Wars stuff. I haven't seen Star Wars stuff for years. And I was so excited, and it really wasn't that much stuff compared to now, where there's just a glut of Star Wars.
Not at our Walmart.
Yeah, there's no Star Wars. But just like, you couldn't find Star Wars for years. So when these books came out, it was huge. Mm-hmm. It was a huge deal. It was like, oh my god, new Star Wars. Something Star Wars. And then that sort of got the ball rolling for the special editions and the prequels. And so these books were like hugely important. Mara Jade was a hugely important character, and they're totally gonna ruin her. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Geeky.
They better not, but you're probably right.
So I'm sorry. Did I just kill you?
Now you made me sad. I don't know. You keep going on about Order 69.
69 doesn't make people sad. It's a good order. That's a happy number. That's a happy number.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I don't know. We don't know what's going to happen, but it sounds to me like he's really skirting the issue. So you know what's going to happen? If she's not in it, people are going to be mad.
But if she's in it, it might make people mad, depending on how they portray her.
It depends on how they
make
portray
her like the book. She's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Just make her like Mara in the book, and we'll have no problems.
Yeah. Yeah. So, hopefully...
Well, they're saying it might be Emily Blunt. Is that what the one story said?
She's playing everybody now. Yeah, they were saying Emily Blunt.
Where was that? You said
that was here. They said last year that they said that Emily Blunt might be playing. This is We Got This Covered, which I think they, honest to God, I think they just make stuff up. But they said that she might actually be playing Mara Jade in an upcoming Star Wars movie. Not in the movie, but she might be playing her in the Mandalorian. I don't know. I mean, she's playing everybody now. I mean, she's good, but
yeah,
I don't know. She's not Chew. See, you would.
No,
you would
I would have done
way
amazing,
better.
But now I'm probably too old.
You're a little bit cheaper, I think, than Emily Blunt
Yeah,
too.
I think,
So
I don't
Disney,
think
if you're
it's gonna
listening, Geeky is a little more affordable than Emily Blunt.
Yeah, but I'm also like a little bit too old to play the part. I think at this point, because she's like in her 20s.
Well, no, because if we're this is only a couple of years before The Force Awakens, so
no, it's not. They said it was going to be in the time frame of
like 5 years after.
Yeah.
Okay, so well, de-aging technology, Disney Snapchat filter, you can do it. You can be Mara Jade forever.
There you go.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this one up.
Yep.
Okay, so please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants here on Clownfish TV. This has been Neon and Geeky.
Bye.
Execute Order 69.
Stop!
Hey guys, thanks for watching Clownfish TV. Please consider supporting the channel. Go to clownfishsupport.com. That's clownfishsupport.com. And if you want to join our community, go to clownfishtalk.com. That's clownfishtalk.com. Please subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. We will talk to you next time.